around on your tud all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It'll take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work. Ew.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
I went up to give some breeze to the chocobo.
It hasn't been there.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins?
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the... What's the name back there? I'll give you all the detail.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would... This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort... Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly.
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be... Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them.
I see. Would that help?
Oh, great. I'll gather my team and head there right away.
Help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Come again. I may have more for you.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
you're ready, we leave at once.
Over here! Go, Torgal! Over here!
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back. Anybody home? This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
Go!
things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you.
All right.
We're seeing troops amassing at every door.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm.
Excellent.
And just...
Right.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest, which is why you need a prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away. And I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more, the helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the brine. I need something light.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I...
Tomes? Yeah, I've got all the details written. Can you take this to him?
Right away. I'll pocket it.
For you, Clive?
Well, actually, it's for me. Could you take a look at it?
Shielding for... What are these?
She has some specific requirements for the materials, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, as you can imagine.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have...
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. An obelisk... I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. I shall speak to them and see what, if you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, the knowledge of the past may yet prove...
Thank you, Hop. And since you're asking others to help you...
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do...
The other can assist me in researching how best...
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my... So, Clive, who will accompany...
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right? Everything on here seems very... edible. I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway.
I will.
You two enjoy it.
You too, Talia. Now, where's Jill?
There's two. Keep them pilchards nice and chilled. I won't have to...
Are those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredient?
I'm sure everything we need is some... Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a...
All right.
How about you look for the Pepio nuts? I'll find the other things we need.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the bush. Fresh cuts! Come and get them!
What can I interest you in today? I trust it's all here. All anyone ever wants anymore is water and grape. How am I supposed to make a living?
Do you see anything you like? I'll be here if you need me.
What do you want? If that's what you want.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Is anyone supposed to afford that
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect.
Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this. But before we head back, would you walk with me a while? Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember? Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive. Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
No, Jill. This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we better be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Harpocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Thanks to Sid, the man who hurt
How's work on the shield?
Well, very well. I was just explaining to Talia how now that we have all the...
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Manny?
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
It appears our work... A shame. I was enjoying when both the shielding and the moon dew are ready, followed by a rigorous process of testing and perhaps someone ought to...
Leave it to me. Thank you, Harpo. give Mid the good news, then.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
I think Mid might need some help.
Sorry to keep you. You'll be pleased to know that what...
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance. He's supervising the construction.
Brilliant. And
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer.
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. Let's take this out. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find.
It's finished. It's finally finished.
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines. And we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in camp.
Good luck to them. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in?
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. you see. One last chance, just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want it to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her in a world where we're not just trying to survive, but...
I'm working on that, and I'll do everything I can to...
Don't you all? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna...
I was.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really?
Well, that's it. Here, Sid.
Let's hear it.
Well, it's about this alembic, the chief's lovely bit of kit, yes. Bunging a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities, which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off.
I imagine Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distill...
Proper
So what exactly do you...
Nothing but bomb ash'll do. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as... So, I did a bit of... And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die.
I take it that's where...
I saw a billet. I would have gone myself, but... Well... Fighting dirty great...
All right.
Thank you, Coy.
deserve a rest. Here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
Over here! Fire at
rain is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Fancy a look at the list, do you? Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
I think Mid might need some help.
All right then. How's that?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty. You're a gent, right then. There we have it. The Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning bolt.
There's no...
Don't be... Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep...
What?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest leather supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. But I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels...
Right?
Thank you.
No, for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavours. Without, and I'm telling you,
All right, Clive. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl do it no excuses now.
Not quite. She said there was one...
She said that? In those words?
She did, yes.
Clive? Were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Is that the thing Tomes helped?
Oboleth, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat. Oh, you in a hurry at all, are ya? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't. But anyway, I was on my way up. Got a letter for urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said...
Thank you, Oberle.
Don't mention...
What tidings, Uncle? Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work just like when we built it. Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it?
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you...
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others more.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things that...
I hope she's telling the truth at least. Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. That if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Crack the crystal too? You're joking.
Trouble with the ledgers. Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help? What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him. Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. I got your note. You think something's...
So you can read. But I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind. You've not been working him to...
No harder than you. Is that it, boy?
What was it you said he was?
That's what the laws must...
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it...
I suppose things happen, differences, Rosalind. Perhaps Hippocrates...
Instead of everything, you may...
Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you... And you might still be doubting your craft. Even after learning the trick of perhaps sharing your thoughts might...
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, you've got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just... well... Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he...
So that's what's...
No. Not troubling me exactly.
And if you knew how to... we could arm the curse breakers with you.
That's about the size of...
I'll see what I can... sharper swords, or we can't have our master blacks...
Sure as soft, but I can't say I'm not grateful for...
Thank you. Let's see what Karen... You're looking well.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Black...
Running around after him again?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go which made it nice and easy finding a bag.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients? Suppose you're not likely to go, Nick. Fine. If Lord Ignac's the man you want, Dalmekian bloke, collects weapons, and he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my... Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dallamil.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the... Lawsman.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But she says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may...
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frost wolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frost wolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such... The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near...
Even so.
Good hunting.
Oh, I'm never drinking again.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy. Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Oh, don't make me listen. A little
Listen, I've some bad news, and it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a... I can straighten it out, I swear, but I'm gonna need help keeping it from...
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are!
So let me get this straight. And instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole. The man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for... And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies.
I'm sure they will.
But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bar.
I know.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well...
Don't worry.
Really?
No. I don't.